gone. You can't. This is Druid.
Literally in probably between like 50 and 100 games. I haven't looked. Not 50 to 100 games. What am I talking about?
So about
let me look real quick.
Right. So what I do want to say is that chat have been getting things right. They got Monsanto right in the poll in the first semi-final. They got DreadEye right. So I imagine that chat are going to get it right again in the poll. And then we'll find out if it's me or TJ who gets the winner right. Chat have been doing well. Go on, tell us.
I don't know why I said 50 to 100. Not in this particular matchup. Like 50 to 100 games played in like the last like 3 days with Aggro Druid.
Okay.
I played against 6 Fell Demon Hunters.
Okay.
I lost all six. And then, just anecdotally, I don't think I even had any remote chance in any of those 6 games of winning. Right? I'd had 0 outs at any point to win the game.
Yeah, it's not like the Priest where maybe they stick a Reader for a turn or something happens. Like, composting is your only card draw in this deck. And you've got to have something there when you play it, or you don't draw the cards. So you haven't got the reload. So your first board is your only real chance to get it done, I assume. You've played it more than me, but I have played a bit. Your first board might get it done if the Fell Demon Hunter has just not got anything.
Yep.
With that in mind, Monsanto's going to try and stick a board as quickly as possible. I said impossible, not as possible. That might be a Freudian slip. And, see if you can get it done very rapidly.
All right, double Immolation Aura. Literally all DreadEye needs.
Early Teacher's Pet's always nice. That's a thing. Means he's going to have a minion on the board after removal.
Yeah.
DreadEye's all the way down at 26 already.
Awkward that Monsanto can't get down the composting here as well.
Yes.
Just because this board is going bye-bye. You ready?
I'm ready. I'm always ready. I have to be on my toes, TJ.
All right. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. There you go. Oh.
I don't know what that is. Oh, it's the thing. It's the
Augmented Elec?
Whenever a spell is spelled, you spell your deck with spells.
Yeah, but I think this is like actively bad. Like there's a coin in there now.
Maybe he gets a skull. And then draws it. And then does something with it.
Okay.
Or that I can't play Metamorphosis now. Because that would be fun.
Yeah, well, it's probably getting traded in here. I imagine Monsanto wants to get composting down because 3 minions, can you really hope for anything more? Actually, wait, there's merit to not trading in because... I really don't like that. Trade it in? I think, honestly, you might even be able to leave the Zai up. No, because it just trades into your Teacher's Pet. I was thinking because if you wanted to Immolation Aura, he'd just be Immolation Aura-ing it away. That was messy.
Yeah, he's going to go for composting. I was saying you never stick this, and he's managed to get one on 3 minions. That's got to be decent. I do have to concede this point, much as I don't like conceding points.
Yep. And something from last turn, DreadEye did copy Blood Mage Immolation Aura, just because that's...
For those moments when you
board sweeps.
He's down to 17. And he looks so terrified. Look at him. Really scared of the onslaught this Teacher's Pet's putting in.
Oh! Acorn, looking for more acorns? Oh, it's a Mukla!
We say it every time. And
wait.
Is he going to get
Arbor
lethal?
up?
He's got lethal, right? One shot.
He's
got the
too short.
infestation. That helps.
Yeah, he's too short. So it's 7 plus 3 plus 1. Yeah, it's too short. And DreadEye actually has no healing in the hand currently. Monsanto could just reload here with like... it's awkward. Like a Noyotron, Adorable Infestation composting, or Park Panther composting.
I think you want to give yourself a Panther out for next turn 7.
So Adorable Infestation,
8.
Annoyatron, play the 1/1, and then composting. So you'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minions on board. So I would draw 6 cards.
Yep, I like it.
Looks like he wants to fit in a hero power.
Yeah, he's got to get. He knows there's another Thalnos, so I don't think he wants to let this live.
Well, okay.
I mean, is this closer than you've got, TJ?
Yes.
Or
But
ever?
trust me, it ain't over. It ain't over. I've been in this spot before, too.
Right. Very little health gain here.
Demons.
Can just go Moarg, Thalnos. Oh, no, we can't, right? Moarg, Thalnos, Simulation Orb?
Really tricky.
And he kind of wants to get rid of the Immolation Orb so he can Skull next turn and then hold on to the Moarg in case he hits healing to then be able to bounce back up.
Demons. Demons.
Yeah.
And then he's got to worry about Monsanto's going to have pretty much a full hand. He's going to have 9 cards in hand next turn, so he's going to have to live through one more batch of minions.
Thing is, if you end up sticking a Moab, which is your instinct, you actually end up giving something for the Panther to trade into, so he's got to be very careful.
Oh, I drew the Chaos Leech. Yep. See, you never get close. You'd never get close. Imagine.
It's only on 10? And we might not see the end because there's a backwards card, which always breaks things.
10 is infinity.
Depends which base you're working in, but in base infinity it might be, yeah.
10 is a million.
Uh-huh. In base a million. Is that right? 10 is 2 in binary, which is base 2. So yeah, you're right. It can be a million. What you're trying to say, of course, as I'm just misdirecting the conversation for a change, is that it's a lot and he probably won't get it done.
I wonder.
Monsanto
Time waits for no one.
trying to find a way to sneakily double Panther hit you for 6 out of the blue. Ha ha, I tricked you at some point.
In the moonwell.
Please don't break the game. Please don't break the game. Noyatron. No, don't, not that one. He broke the game. He played the wrong pack, and now we're just going to have to talk about things we can't see.
So I like this play because it sets up. He understands that there's another Immolation Orb because he saw that it was copied.
Right.
So he knows that this board is once again going. Oh, that was fast.
Well done, production. We're impressed. Yeah, he knows about all this, so he's got to force it out of DreadEye's hand.
And so now Monsanto knows that this time there's no more Immolation Auras. However, there's Fell Barrage, there's Fell Screen Blast, there's a Skull on the far left.
But he hasn't got any of them apart from the Skull on the far left.
Yeah, but Monsanto I think just reloads with everything here, but the Park Panthers.
Yep. He has got some acorns.
What is it?
Monsanto
he is gonna
has
play the Park
got
Panther.
acorns, man.
Okay.
Alas, poor Warlock.
Gorger, good. Fury, actually not good. Ildar Studies could be good. Aldraki Warblade's not good since he didn't attack last turn. Dreadlord's Bite, he'd have to unequip his weapon, but then he
Clears so much.
he dies to Arbor up now. Right?
Very much so. Wait.
And then you re-equip Aldraki, the second one.
Right, okay.
Now he doesn't. Now he doesn't die to Arbor up.
Yeah. God, it's messy though, isn't it?
A little bit, yeah.
Time grows short.
So 22 cards in Monsanto's deck, and I can't see. Oh, yep, 10 acorns.
That's a lot of acorns.
10 of them.
Half his deck is acorns. That is nuts.
That is nuts. Yeah, Grandma's interesting.
It's nice.
Yep.
You're barking up the wrong tree.
Oh, he's allowed to play this pack mule. That one's fine.
Yep.
Panther doing good work. No immediate answer to all of this for DreadEye, but plenty of ways of finding answers. Wow.
There you go. Oh, no, there you not
Oh. Yeah, I mean, where am I going? I'm panthering to the park next turn.
go. Wait, is he dead?
I think he might be.
I grow impatient.
Did he die?
Trying to work out
He's
how
gonna.
much he gains.
He's gonna take the healing. I was saying you could like metamorphosis hero power the Park Panther. Then he 6 on board. Like either way, he dies to Arbor up. Because this only deals 2 to each one. Heals up. So there's 8 on board. Arbor up would add 4, so that's 12 plus 3 from the Park Panther. He would die to Arbor up.
Oh my.
Wait, that's lethal. Because Park
It's
Panther.
lethal anyway, because
That's the
double
extra
Panther is 6.
He did it.
He did the impossible. I thought there was something going wrong there. Oh, it's exacties. 1-0 to Monsanto,
Wow.
and that's a free win. He's won a 20%er, 25%er, if we're being generous to the deck. Whoa! And he'd never even hit the acorns, which was part of his strategy, seriously, to give me a better chance. He will feel great after that win, because now he is so far in front. He's won with a deck that was supposed to lose. That was his throwaway deck to start the ball rolling.
That was 4 immolation auras. 4 of them.
Fora.
Job's done.
That was.
Get going. And it was from that early
quite
composting
it.
that he set up. And he managed to get those 3 cards early on without being overly greedy.
Yep.
Obviously hitting Mukla helped, but you're allowed to do that. That's why Teacher Pet is in the deck to give you some sustain.
Yeah. That was nicely done. DreadEye did whiff on a lot of his healing, but honestly, like, his draw wasn't terrible. He had the removal for the early game minions. He had the removal for a lot of the stuff. He just didn't find the stabilization tools. And even then, like, Monsanto had some longevity in that match. He had 10 acorns in his deck. He didn't even use an Arbor up. So, like, with no immolation ores left at any point in that game, if Monsanto just draws a string of acorns and then Arbors up, he wins anyway. So now we're gonna move. He goes from okay. If Monsanto can win this one, then we're talking. This one seems even harder.
I don't know about harder, but it's certainly incredibly difficult. I've got it on my notes as a little bit easier, but with a question mark by it. It's not a very good matchup for the Druid. But again, he's free rolling now. He's playing with house money. He's already got the win.
This is his victory lap right now. He can do whatever he wants, keep whatever he wants.
I tell you what, this hand, if you're gonna get it done, this is the sort of hand that might just sneak it.
Park Panther definitely don't like my opening hand.
Watch post, peasant.
What?
Plop the peasant out there.
I honestly don't mind coin watch posts now, and then if there is removal in DreadEye's hand, it would likely be used for the watch post, and then you can stick the peasant and it lives forever.
Let's do that. Let's do that. I actually prefer that too.
Or, I mean, You do it the other way around. You put the peasant out first, and then if
Stick the watch
a little bit of
post.
remove, yeah, and then stick watch post forever.
Sure. Especially as you can give the watch post a divine shield if you choose to wait a turn. All right.
Okay.
It's the cub.
Ooh, a squirrel. But who cares? Watch post it is.
Well, that was interesting, actually. That was a decision he had to make regarding the divine shield, but he'll try and augment it something better. Oh, plus he was hoping that it stuck by the look on his face there.
Yeah.
It's got the rights to stick, I guess.
Oh no, he removed my first 2 minions. Now I lose.
Yeah. This is actually the key deck for DreadEye. It's the deck that's carried him so hard. Or he's carried hard, whichever way you want to word it. Because it's looking pretty good in his lineup against Monsanto. He's going to have to get it bruted for it to go down, I think. Because we've seen that this Warlock mirror just doesn't work for the person who's playing minions. Yeah. I mean, maybe the Orc Merchant can get to ping the Park Panther, but I don't see it because there's a Soul Rend.
Jesus.
I'm clutching at acorns, TJ. I can't find a way to... Oh, there we go.
Okay. Oh no, you can't get greedy on this.
No. Surely not. It worked last time, getting the 3 cards.
I mean,
But I will play something.
we can see
trade
the
into.
hand. DreadEye literally hasn't drawn a... He didn't keep anything in his mulligan, and he hasn't pressed life tap once. The odds that he actually has Soul Ren are pretty low.
I would argue that because he's been using removal, that there might be more removal because he's used it freely. Even though actually that would have been wrong. Of course, the Soul Rend has only just been drawn.
Well,
yeah,
I also think that would be the opposite. You can take some early game hits if you know that you have Soul Rend.
Oh,
Those are
okay. No. You're right.
Pretty bad burns for DreadEye. Soul Rend discards. Mortal Coil, Backfire, Armor Vendor, Hand of Gul'dan. So it's a lot of draw. That was given up. Oh, and he draws the second blast. Wow.
Needed that. And something I was just about to highlight, but it doesn't matter so much now he's drawn the second blast. The Bristlebacks were nowhere to be seen. It's turn 6, 15 cards left because of the pressure that's been on, because he's had to use that removal. He hasn't been able to tap like you pointed out. That blast was clutch. If that hadn't come off the top there, I think Monsanto was going to stick a Greybow or some time. But now the roll is rolling.
You were just a bird.
Oh.
Okay. Nah. It looked exciting, but meh.
Reflect in the moonwell.
Oh.
That's an upgrade.
Oh, he's going to get to compost some things.
Okay.
Upgrade. Probably.
I mean, this is not bad at all.
It's okay. The trouble is, DreadEye's down to 8 cards. He's advanced his game plan now. He's catching back up on where he should be.
Yeah, and he still has a Soul Rend in his deck.
Didn't he burn it?
Did he? I don't think so.
Okay.
He burned Mortal Coil, Armor Vendor, Backfire, Hand of Gul'dan.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I thought you said at the time. For
Yeah.
some reason. I must have been not paying attention. I must have been talking to Soffle or I don't know. watching something else. I wasn't actually paying attention. Anyway, Monsanto, the opportunity to blow up the stream again. Probably has to take that opportunity.
Kind of want to get the squirrel down. It's the only thing. Maybe instead of playing like the second pack mule, you play a squirrel instead. Something along those lines. I feel you need some like acorn outs here. Like your board gets removed, but then you draw all the acorns.
And then you arbor up and win. Yeah. Okay.
And then you arbor up and probably not win because your opponent's at 30. And he played the pack mule again, so. Do we have a backup of a backup? That's the big question. There we go. Cool. You can just continue to pick apart this board. You can actually complete quest this turn. Going to do it with the Blood Mage Thanos to be even more efficient.
Yep. And he's not facing down death, I don't think, or even what's Arbor up 12?
You can play Tamsin, touch, drain soul, trade, board's clear. He's got a 5/5. He's got quest reward online, and then it's just smooth sailing from there.
Yep. 5 cards left in the deck, so the win conditions available to him pretty soon as well. And a 7/7 against a deck that's full of 2/3s. Has used its 4/6. Right. This needs to be nuts for Monsanto.
I concede.
Nope.
Doesn't want to know. Don't blame him. 1-0. The Druid did do its job, though. That Druid was not likely to get any wins. It did get the win in game number 1, taking down that felled Demon Hunter. So now we get into the more normal part of the matchup, I would say, where the extremes of the Druid have been dealt with. Monsanto has the choice between his Brute Demon Hunter, which I think we will see, and his Handlock, which I think we won't see. But maybe we will if he thinks that the Handlock's that bad against the Priest.
I concede.
Yeah, no, we're seeing Brutes. It's 100% Brutes. 100% Brutes. With no Rustrot Viper in the list for DreadEye, this is a very difficult matchup because the Brute Demon Hunter, even if you don't even account for Brutes, you're just not going fast enough. And you're probably going to die to Lion's Frenzy over 2 turns. We've seen it time and time again where the Handlock can get close, but they can't quite get in range. And then if you do add in the super early Brutes, which honestly this week we've seen a significant lack of, I feel.
Mm-hmm. We have.
Then it can snowball out of control very fast. But
yeah,
and how the deck is constructed for Monsanto, as we have. Still kept a Fury, but cut second Fury to Chaos Strike for the double Soul Shear. Everything else is pretty standard, right? There's the 1 tradable, or 2 tradable minions, right? Persistent Peddler and Rustrot Viper. We saw Fled, who played Brute Demon Hunter, completely cut all the weapon or the attack buffs and put in double Royal Librarian as well. But
double Soul Shear is just so pleasing to look at in this deck. You can actually kill a thing while you're waiting to do something, and it advances your game plan by putting the fragments. It just makes sense when you see it. It does the things you want to do. It fills in a couple of your gaps without making your deck worse, I feel, personally. It's just nice to see. Maybe it's just me gasping for removal. It's like, oh no, I need some removal, otherwise I can't kill my opponent's things. And there it is. And there's the Tusk Piercer.
Lion's Frenzy is sticking out like a sore thumb and for Monsanto.
It really is.
It just gives him more incentive to find a Glide, which is a double whammy card in this matchup. You get to throw away all the stuff you don't want, and also throw away all the stuff your opponent really does want. Double whammy.
In theory. In theory. But yeah, it's good. Big fan of Glide in this matchup. Here we go. Time to start reducing them cards. He's got a smile on his face because if he hits a brute shortly, he's got the double philosophy. Nonsense could be stomping towards us.
Nonsense is on the horizon. I don't think I've seen DreadEye play this deck without a Rod before turn 5.
I mean, that would be
See ya, Rod!
play it. He'll just get another Rod. That's not a Rod.
He's dead, dead. Drain Soul,
That's nothing.
useless. Nightshade Matron,
Okay.
that's what he had. Tamsin, that's not good.
Okay. Glide is
Overall?
Monsanto.
Yeah, overall, not a good outcome for DreadEye.
Monsanto's hand is teetering on the brink itself. Like if this double jump goes wrong, oof. Because the Warlock does recover quickly because naturally has the hero power, so not just relying on its amazing card draw.
Brute!
Alright. We'll get reduced at some point, like naturally and unnaturally.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Now we're brooding.
Philosophy away from a good time right now.
I see.
If only he had kept them. Fast gliding.
But how deep does he want to go? Do you just
Down the-
play a Brood now and stop, take your efficient quest completion,
No way.
and put a 6/7 on the board?
No way. I want
do
to
we
go
go
all the way down
in?
Brute 66, just to the end.
Grows short.
All the way down Brute 66 to the Brute Springsteen concert.
He's not sure whether to stop or not.
They will never
The trouble is with Brutes, once you start, you can't stop. Not even once, kids. Just not even once.
He went one step further.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah.
It might survive. Ways to clear it are not particularly nice.
Oh, it's surviving.
haven't heard of me.
Oh, he just plays a Tamsin.
Just there it is.
Monsanto's like, all right, cool. I'll kill
Nice
that.
Tamsin. Yeah. Good luck.
I'd love to kill that.
First, let me complete this quest that I've been on for a while.
Is it correct to play it?
I don't know. I
Grow
mean,
impatient.
It just feels so weird. What's it doing?
yeah. Well, he can raise dead something then. He's got 2 raised deads that he currently can't get out of his hand, right?
Oh, yeah, there you go. That's what it's for. Saying kill it so I can raise dead something and complete my quest.
Yeah.
There you go.
Still weird because I'd rather.
Still
be
though,
raised
he still
dead
has
mage.
to. He still has to play it for 3 at some point. He just wants. It must just be to get something in the raised dead pool.
I mean, that's what it is. It's just.
Monsanto's
Even
gotta
though it's
go.
still-
He hasn't even attacked with anything yet. Okay, efficient quest completion. He kills the Tamsin. Did he get his attacks in? Bada bing. 1.
Gosh.
Bada boom.
Bosh. Bam.
Bada boom.
Haven't heard of
One day we'll have to cast entirely using sound effects. I think people would definitely appreciate that.
Monsanto's like, you fell for my trap! Or DreadEye's like, you fell for my trap! I wanted to take damage and then heal for full. Ha 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 ha!
Yeah, tricked you. Haha. And on Sunday,
Now my hand is unstoppable.
2 turns.
Yeah. He played Kurtrus and then Sigil and Fury.
Yeah. Fill your handful of naught mana garbage, see if I care.
If he even cares about this Tamsin.
He doesn't care. No one cares about this Tamsin.
Because DreadEye's at full health, so there's not really anything he can gain from it. He could play like double Unstable Shadow Blast or double Soul Rend or double Hand of Gul'dan. Maybe the double Hand of Gul'dan is worrying. Because right now DreadEye's weak. Like if he just drew Hand off the top, he could play it and then replay it. That would fill up his hand.
Mm-hmm. I'm not sold. I mean, it's alright. But nah. This Tamsin is just... no.
Still 17 cards left in deck. Oh,
I know, he's going so slow. Compared to the speed of the Brute. Feels like he's making no progress like anywhere when Monsanto's just getting everything done. That's what it feels like.
It ain't over yet, though.
Not yet, but it's getting there. I mean, you can always get out of it as the handlock by just healing after the frenzy doesn't quite kill you, right? There is an armor vendor in DreadEye's deck, I guess we should point out. Could be the difference.
Pleasure doing business.
Ah, he's going.
Stelina? Just jam it and stop there? Nah.
You never stop. Committed, I think.
Yeah, I think he wants to find a Brute
Yep.
before he decides that it's been enough.
Time grows short.
Definitely not Dreadlord's Bite. Gonna take the damage.
Yeah, that would be a bad mistake. He's gonna swing, right?
Oh yeah.
Not big enough that he has to swing, I think.
Yep. So he still has a Glide left in his deck. He still has the Fury, obviously, for damage. DreadEye would have to heal a lot here, and it just doesn't seem like he's far enough in his deck to get like the Bristleback active. That's certainly
does have
not ideal.
double 2 damage Mortal Coil. That's a lot of cards drawn.
Rod is not helpful in this situation.
Still drawing.
Another draw.
Just drawing away.
Soul Rend. You can trade in the Blood Mage one last time.
Finding some backs. Ticking away.
Gotta kill this. Hope he's not dead, but he's dead.
Yeah. Is he dead from hand? Like, does he even need to draw cards? Acrobatics, Kane, and Fury was just like lethal anyway, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yep.
Can we just take the Brutes out of this deck? They never seem to do anything. Apart from when you play 5 of them on turn 3.
There it is. Monsanto. 1 game away.
The YouTube poll I was talking about is so close. Around 53% across all platforms for Monsanto and about 47% for DreadEye. Feels about right, but Monsanto's 2 up. I told you they'd get it right.
They always do. They always do. Yeah, I mean, that was, again, Glide. Showing why it's a really important card in the matchup, right? DreadEye had a reasonable hand to start things off, and then it got glowed away. And now DreadEye's down to Shadow Priest, which does have a good matchup into the Brute Demon Hunter.
It does.
But then, because of the wins early on, Monsanto found himself in a position where he didn't have to win 2 games in a row with the Brute Demon Hunter. So even if he loses this one, he's got a reasonable matchup to end things with his own handlock versus Shadow Priest.
not two horrible matchups that you would expect to lose on ladder each time, but 2 goes at it. We talk about it all the time as casters. You got 2 goes at, let's say, 40% for sake of fighting. Yeah, you're in a pretty good spot.
Yeah. All right. So this matchup very difficult for the Brute Demon Hunter. You basically have to get brutes down or lose.
Yeah.
And
you have
even
to get them
then,
down
if the brutes
quickly.
aren't, I was about to say, even if the brutes are there but they haven't come fast enough, then you still die. DreadEye, I like keeping a Cult Neophyte. That's basically take an extra turn in a lot of situations.
Yep. This isn't a million miles away from a full keep, weirdly. Of course,
I'd
the
just
Raised
keep
Dead
Cult
allows you to
Neophyte, to be
neophyte
honest.
twice.
Yeah, but maybe.
You expect to get your Raised Deads back, though. You've got 4 chances at it, so I guess you just keep the Neophyte. Especially as you're on the coin, so you want to hit another 2-drop, ideally. Okay, that's fine.
Reasonable hand.
That'll do.
That'll do, pig. That'll do.
All right. Monsanto considering not playing the quest.
Okay.
Time grows short.
Oh my goodness!
There's some runners.
What? No way!
Take
That is
Curtis. He might
insane.
take Curtis, though. Because by the time he gets to play Curtis, he's going to be on the left.
Okay, sure.
That's some pretty good ball control right there. Funny, though.
A triple Crimson Sigil Runner all in a row? Like, that completes quest through Cult Neophyte.
It's the full relay.
Oh, Tusk Piercer! Oh my goodness!
It's actually... The Tusk Piercer is actually doing something as well. It's not just like being a 1-2 that eventually does a thing. It's actually killing minions.
Yeah, Cult Neophyte actually doesn't do anything here because all of Monsanto has spell-less quest completion.
Because he smartly played his spell on turn 1.
Oh, Monsanto's eyes just got wide.
That's a brute.
That is a brute.
1, 2, 3. Oh my goodness, that's a reduced brute.
Yeah. Is it playable? I don't know if it's playable. Because he'll only get 2 more draws here.
Does he even want to kill the Neophyte here, though? The hero?
No, he doesn't, because he doesn't want to put it in Raised Dead pool, and secondly, he wants to put it on the outside for Kurtrus.
Yep.
Oh, he can play a Brute! Holy moly! And he's got Kurtrus in outcast position. Wow.
That turn 1 decision to take the Curtis is looking really tidy right now.
Yeah.
Oh, and he didn't cycle the Peddler. This is important. He's going to play it as a minion.
Maybe.
I think he is. Because he's going to get ahead on board, and the danger is they come back at you.
Come, pray with me.
I think you might actually just play it. We'll see, depending on what happens, obviously. It's tempting to keep doing the thing you're doing. It depends exactly how the board looks after this turn, but he might be tempted to minionify it.
DreadEye's playing around Kurtrus. Actually, there's not really a good way to play around Kurtrus. If he was... Yeah. Because the 2 1/1s will trade in.
Ah.
There it is.
Oh, game just about hanging on in there, though.
I mean, that's just about the best thing he could get.
And then he needs a Raised Dead to get it again. Don't play that glide. That would be an error.
All right, so Monsanto can like cane Soul Shear
Sure.
and trade over the Gambling, and then push the 9 to face.
I really like that. Not just because it sounds great as a turn, but it delays the Peddler decision one more turn as well.
Yeah, it puts Spectral Sight in outcast position. It puts Glide out of outcast position. Seems pretty good.
It kind of does everything you want to do right now, right?
Demons.
Yeah. Alternatively, he could like just play the Peddler, Soul Shear, the 4/4, hero power it.
Time grows short.
Everything he does right now will be with Elucia in mind, because he's basically winning the game. Raise Dead's bad if he gets unlucky. Elucia's bad because it's Elucia if he leaves his opponent a chance to do anything. The Raise Deads aren't fun, but you've got to get unlucky for them to be actually bad for you, I think.
Yeah.
Well, it's decision time on Peddlerville, most likely here. Not making it easy for him, is it?
Nope.
Hide behind your servants. I will still find you.
But the health total now, DreadEye is down to 12, TJ. Starting to look pretty important.
Yep, and he can't even kill these minions on board, and there's at least 8 next turn. We can see that it's actually just lethal from hand next turn.
Yep.
Monsanto's done it!
The previous champion has dethroned the current champion to become the new champion again. 2 wins this season in 4 weeks for Monsanto. And honestly, just looking at his peak all the way through, I know it's easy to say that when he's won half of the tournaments, but he has looked good for it every week.
Yeah.
Wow.
Really just
Nice
clean
work.
play overall, micro and macro, right? A cool lineup to boot. A true last hero standing lineup in the sense that he has very polarized matchups, and you could certainly tell that it felt like he always had an answer. If he was able to get an early lead, he'd always had an answer to whatever his opponent would queue. So, a little bit of a bummer for DreadEye, right? He would have loved to be the back-to-back week winner, and I think that he also had a cool lineup. It was rogueless, very rare in the current metagame, going against the grain-bringing Fell Demon Hunter instead of the Brute Demon Hunter, which seemed to be popular, and had a lot of success with it. So, well done. I mean, first and then second in back-to-back weeks is still great, and I think that's going to end the week for him in second place outright, which is also cool because we have 2 players now that have passed Nalgidon who just started with 5 extra points.
Yep.
And we're only like halfway through. So that point lead that point lead went incredibly quickly. So, and there you go. Monsanto 14 points, DreadEye with 13, and Nalgidon with 11. So they are standing out quite extensively here. And if you look at the point totals from last season, they are comfortably qualified for playoffs already. Meanwhile, a lot of players down there at the bottom that really need some big wins. And amongst those are some Hearthstone legends with Luna, Frozen, and Eddie, all in that relegation zone currently, which is not a fun place to be. I don't know personally, but I can imagine that it's not a fun place to be.
Having spoken to players who have been there or thereabouts, like who have survived, and those who haven't, it's not a fun place to be. Like, the stress apparently is gigantic. It doesn't compare to anything we can probably imagine. You know, you've competed in things, I've competed in things. I've been stressed, I've been nervous, blah, blah, blah. But apparently this relegation zone, because it rumbles